Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to your general tarot guidance. This is a timeless reading and it is good for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all cross-watching. With me, Julie Poole, it's tea and tarot time with Julie. So grab yourself a cuppa. I got half a cup of tea here. You get whatever is good for you. Get yourself comfy. Put your feet up. This is your time to be able to chill and enjoy. All right, my beautiful people. Let's have a little look what's going on for my Scorpios then. Oh, hello. Knight of Swords wants to come popping out pretty quickly. With the Two of Swords, we're in our head, are we, Scorpio? What's going on, my beautiful people? Let's find out some more. Now, I'm recording it on the 18th of July, but it is timeless. So I want you to just say that when it resonates for me, it's right for me. If it doesn't resonate right now, come back to it in a couple of weeks' time, or next month. I'll put it on the playlist for Scorpio. I don't know if you even know there's a playlist for Scorpio. There is, okay? And you can find that on my homepage. Okay, we've got the Eight of Coins. You're working on something. Five of Swords. You're arguing with yourself about it. But the Palace of Wands, this is interesting. With the Two of Coins, you're looking for that balance. You are wanting balance. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups, the King of Coins, and the King of Cups. We've got two kings coming out. All right, we've got no major arcana cards. So Scorpio, this is all about the day-to-day nitty-gritty, sorting it out, and in order to get your balance and to get your dream, your wish, to get you happy. That's what we want, isn't it? All right, let me get you a couple of oracle cards and an affirmation card, and then we'll start discussing. All right, that's the Tarot of Dreams. This is the wisdom of the oracle cards. Oh, we have peace. You wanting a bit of peace, you my beautiful people? Is life a little bit frenetic? With a regeneration, very scorpionic. Okay, right, let's get your affirmation and then we can start chatting. Okay, all right, these are mine from Hoping to Having, and we have receive. I am in the flow of life and accept what is. I release resistance to what is and step into ease. Let's chat. Okay, right, we got regeneration. And I know my Scorpios, I'm a Scorpio rising, I'd be like, oh, what are we growing now? What are we changing now? Right? What are we transforming now? Okay, we've got some shift into balance, into harmony, into empowerment, and that's what we are needing. All right. So what we want to do here is get in the flow of life and accept what is and release that resistance. And we do it, don't we? So I don't want that. That's not right. That's got to change. All right. When we're resisting what is, it's a bit exhausting and it generally doesn't work anyway. Okay. Resistance is futile, say the Borg. If you know about Star Trek, I was a huge Trekkie fan. Anyway, I digress. Right. We want to have this shift towards peace. So resistance being kind of a waste of time, release resistance to what is and step into ease. All right. That doesn't mean that we have to accept everything that's yucky, but it's saying I'm working towards changing what's yucky until I've actually changed it. I accept what is. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to move house. And you put your house on the market and it's not selling and you're resistant to, I just want to go, I just want to go, I just want to go. That's resistance to what is. You haven't found the right buyer yet. It'll come. Stay in the flow. Stay in. The right person will come and it'll be okay. Same as if it was a job. It doesn't mean that you sit there and put up with something you hate. No, no, no. It's saying, well, I'm actively looking for a new job, but while I'm waiting, I accept what is. And I step into ease, because if I'm going to spend every single day going, I hate it here, I hate it here, I hate it here, I'm going to be really bloody miserable. Whereas if I say, it'll happen and I'm moving towards it, and until I do, I'm going to be happy where I am. So we're choosing to be happy where we are and be at ease with where we are whilst we're still working towards what it is we want. Makes sense? I hope so. Okay, because you are in a space of regeneration. Right now, 46 is a 10, which comes down to a 1 in numerology, a new beginning. The I, what's right for me. Right now, you look at this tree that is, volcano all around it, surrounded by lava. It looks like the tree's been fried to death, but actually there's new growth there. There's new leaves there. And actually, lava gives the tree an incredible, it's really good for the soil. You look at any of the farmers that build on old volcanoes, the soil is incredible. It's so rich, it's so fertile. So it's saying, look, whatever might have been burnt down or looked as if it was fried or looked as if it's not going to work, that was actually helping me to have a rebirth, a rising like the phoenix from the ashes. Happy days, away we go. Right, so we're in this regeneration scorpionic energy. We're regenerating something. So what are we regenerating? Oh, hello. Yes, please. Thank you very much. We're regenerating peace. We've got an egg of peace here. Now, eggs in the oracle represent something new cracking open. And what's cracking open is a sense of peace. Ah, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah? All right, because all of our lives are very often stupidly busy, and a bit of peace is what we are needing right now. Now, it's a 23, which is a 5. Fives are about change, and sometimes that change can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's worth it to get us to where we want to be, which is into peace. For that peace to crack open, we need to regenerate. We need to make some shifts. We need to make some changes. All right. So let's look at what those changes are. Let's do a review of what we got on the table then. All right. With the tarot. We've got a couple of coins, 3 coins. We've got some swords, 3 swords. We've got a couple of cups, and we've got that king of coins there, which I like. I know I just mentioned that, but we've got quite a nice balance. All right. So that palace of wands in the middle is the only wand we have, but it's a strong one because it's the palace. All of this is minor arcana, which is, the day to day. For us to get to the big shifts, the full regeneration, we've got to make lots of little changes, and they build up to the big change. Okay. So these swords, you're in your head, you're thinking, contemplating, you're taking swift, decisive action to get to something that's going to make you happy, that's going to bring in some balance, but it's going to take a bit of effort. So let's unpack it then. Yeah. So we start with this Palace of Wands in the middle. The central card for me is that all the other energy is coming off this. So this is what it's truly about. And so the other cards are supporting how to get to this, all right? Because this is the energy we're actually in right now. Okay, so the Palace of Wands is a place, an environment, internally or externally, where you feel empowered, excited, some energy, your mojo's mojoing, and yes, we're in a good place. All right. Now, this could be home, it could be work, it could be internal as well, right? Just feeling a sense of energy, vitality, vibrancy. Now, the Palace of Wands is where the King and Queen of Wands live. Now, we think about who are the King and Queen of Wands. Well, they're all the D's: dynamic, determined, decisive. They go get what they want. All right. They're empowered, they're passionate, they're driven. So this is where you want to get to. And if you find that your current life is disempowering and flat and no energy, then this is like, oh, something's missing here. I need to get my mojo back. So let's look at how we can do that. We're going to regenerate. We're going to aim towards that peace. We're going to get into the flow, and we're going to allow the shifts and change to happen. But while they're happening, we're getting in our power now, our sense of flow now. I do have power. I might have forgotten about it. It might have been kind of parked a little bit, but I'm going to bring it back, and I'm focusing on this. So for many of you, this can be about moving home or job, or just within your relationships to feel more empowered, to have a bit more of a voice, a bit more of a say. So you're doing something about it, and you're doing something now, because we've got the Knight of Swords. Now, knights are action cards, and the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. He's just get on with it, right? If I want to move house, right? Have I spoken to the realtors? Have I spoken to the mortgage people? Have I arranged the finance? Am I looking at properties? We're doing it. Just get on with it. All right. If I'm looking for a job, I'm applying, I'm online, I'm looking at job sites, I'm talking to people that I might know, I might be on LinkedIn, I might be doing what I need to do. He is communicating. So it might be a phone call, an email, an application. He's taking the action, and he's doing it quite quickly, because He's moving towards his 9 of Cups. All right, is happiness. Right, what is the 9 of Cups for you? This is a wish, a dream. And is the dream the new house, the new job, to have more energy, to have more vitality, to have, what is it for you? Because the 9 of Cups is the wish. So we've all got different wishes, and the wishes change from time to time. Last year you might have wanted to move house, and now you've got that, and now you're wishing for new love or something. We've always got a wish. And so what's the wish for you? It might just be, I'd like to wake up feeling at peace, because we've got the peace card here. Wouldn't that be nice? Right, that's the wish. I want peace. So how do I get that peace? So we're looking at what might be in the way, and we're looking at what we need to do to get it out of the way, because we're in our head a little bit with the 5 of Swords. This is a little bit of an analysis paralysis, and we're in Mercury retrograde at the moment as I record this, but this is timeless. You might not be watching this for 3 months and we're not in Mercury retrograde, but it'll be coming back around by then. But the 5 of Swords is a card of conflict. The head going if, but, maybe, doubts, fears, will it work, won't it work, I don't know, all of that. All right, so you're taking that action, and you might find, I'm trying that door and it's closed, I'm trying that door and that one's opening, okay, let's try that one. You're going into different, perhaps a little bit of, as I say, it could be overthinking, over analysis, over worrying. Yeah, and this isn't really a card of worry, but it's a card of thoughts being very busy. All right, so okay, sometimes, especially with the Knight of Swords, because he's fast, he doesn't sometimes think things through, he just dives in. That might be like, am I doing the right thing? Have I had time to think about this? I don't know. It's a little bit like that, especially because we've got the 2 of Swords on the table, which is what I call the I don't know card. I don't know what to do. I'm blindfolded. I can't see where I'm going. I can't see what I need. I can't see how to fix this or how to open it. She's like, ugh. In some of the decks, the 2 of Swords are crossed over the heart, over the chest. With this one, it's open, but a sense of sort of confusion, paralysis. She's got her swords ready to sort of cut through. She just doesn't know what she's cutting through yet. So this is a card for me of I'll find out. I might not know right now, but I'll figure it out. Perhaps I need to do a bit of research. Perhaps I need to test a few things first. Let's find out about this, this, and this, and then I can pull it together. So it's not a helpless card. It's recognizing right now I don't perhaps have enough information. Right now, I'm figuring it out, but I will gather the information and then I will move forward. Now, because it's next to the Knight of Swords, which is I'm charging in, right? Perhaps this is something, let me give you an example. Let's say you're thinking about moving, selling your house. So the Knight of Swords is just banging off emails to 10 different estate agents, realtors. Let's talk about potentially selling my house, but I haven't chosen one yet. I'm not sure. Let me go and talk to them. Let's see who I like. Let's see what they're offering, and then I'll make a decision. Yeah, I might be banging off 10 application forms for jobs. I don't know if I want each of those. I might not want any of them, but I'm going to apply and I'm going to see what unfolds. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of thing. If this is about health, you might be, going down the rabbit hole of this supplement or that way of eating or change this, change that, but you don't know yet whether it's going to work for you, because what works for somebody else doesn't necessarily work for you. So trial and error. So it's that kind of thing, yeah, in whatever circumstances it is for you. But ultimately, what we're trying to get to is a place, environment, physically, mentally, energetically, where I feel empowered and energized and secure and stable, because we've got the King of Coins, Mr. Moneybags, as I call him, but he isn't just about money. Yes, of course, we want to feel a sense of financial ease and safety. We want to feel there's enough, but we want to feel safe and secure. So he's grounded, he's stable, he's secure, and he's looking at, does this give me what I need to feel safe and secure? But the thing is, with safety and security, it comes from within. I explain this in my book, From Hoping to Having, this one here, link below. But in terms of how the law of attraction works, if you think that that house or that job or that income is going to make me safe when you don't feel safe within, it won't work. It reflects back to you who you are. So you've got to find that sense of safety within you now, and then the universe will reflect it back. I know it might not make sense, but it'll make more sense if you read the book, okay? And you don't have to buy it, by the way. It's on Audible, and a lot of you have got free credits on Audible, so things like that. Okay, right. So we're looking at the money, safety, security, stability. We're looking at creating a sense of peace and ease. So, for example, with the regeneration card, you might be finding that you're really struggling to pay your rent or your mortgage, and you're just stressed out your brains all the time. And it's just like, I just want to feel at peace. Well, maybe it's the right thing for you is to let that house go and go and get something cheaper to just ease the pressure. Maybe you hate your job and you'd rather, the pressure's too much for you, and you'd rather have an easier job on lower pay, cut your cloth accordingly and regenerate with that. Ultimately, it's going to be different things to different people, but what we're wanting is this peace. And so when we come back to the affirmation card, then I'm in the flow of life and accept what is. Releasing resistance. It's like just, we fight against things and it's exhausting. So we're going to find a way towards that peace. And that's going to take a bit of effort with the 8 of coins. Now, it's not the 9 of wands, which is the battle-weary soldier. It is the 8 of coins, which says, if I work diligently and I put my mind to this, I can achieve anything because I'm a hard worker. And we know you are, all right? But it takes effort. So what am I working on? I'm the expert, all right? It's my life and my world. I might bring in other expertise, but I'm leading it. The 8 of coins is I'm working on something. What am I working on? How to get my balance. 2 of coins. I want my balance. I want to feel a certain sense of peace and ease and stability and security and financial safety. I need that balance. And so how am I going to get it? I'm going to do the work I need to do. I'm going to take the action I need to take with that night. I'm going to acknowledge the conflict in my head with the 5 of swords. Should I, shouldn't I? Am I doing the right thing? Is it okay? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to research, and I'm going to focus on what is the goal? What is the wish? The wish, ultimately, in whatever way that shows up for you in life, is I want balance and I want peace. So I'm stepping into my King of Cups. 2 kings here now, all right? Kings are powerful because they're royalty. They're in charge. So the King of Cups is coming at it from the heart, from a place of compassion, safety, security, looking at the choppy waters around him, but not freaking out. He is like, okay, that's a bit choppy. That's all right. We're going to work through that and we're going to find our way to ease, because he is all about emotional stability. Sometimes, especially when we're very vulnerable and our nervous system is on edge, everything can trigger us, and all jumpy, right? The King of Cups is like, right, it's choppy over there, but I'm good. He's zen. He sees it, but he takes it in his stride. There's no tears and tantrums with the King of Cups. There's no meltdowns with the King of Cups. And there's no meltdowns with the King of Coins either. I'm stable, solid, and secure. I will find a way because I'm a king. And the King of Cups, I'm working my way towards that balance, that harmony, and a way will be found. So do you see the way it pulls together, and all these different messages lead into the conclusion that I'm regenerating to find my peace. I'm in the flow of life. I'm letting go of resistance of, that just needs to change. And they're just giving me an example. Let's say you've got a horrible boss and it stresses you out and it's difficult, challenging every day at work, or colleagues or something like that. You're resistant to it because they should be nicer. They should be doing this. They shouldn't be so horrible. There's your resistance, which is really driving you nuts. What we want to do is drop that. They are horrible. It is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm letting that go. Try not to fix it, because I can't fix if they are the way they are. But I'm looking for another job to get out of here. It's that kind of thing. It gives you that peace, all right? So we're wanting that Palace of Wands, empowerment, energy, vibrancy. We're taking action. We're aware of there's lots of thoughts in the head, but I'm focused on my wish. I'm doing my research. I'm moving towards stability. I'm doing what work I need to do to make it happen, to bring my life into balance. And I'm going to keep calm about this. Keep calm and carry on, okay? Right, let's find out some more. So what is the guidance? This is the Light Seers Tarot. How can we achieve this? Let's move it forward for my Scorpios then. What are we moving on to, and how could, well, they're saying first, how can you achieve it? You focus on the Ace of Cups. I deserve and I choose a new beginning in terms of a new emotional cup. And that cup I want to fill with peace and stability and security and balance. The universe is going to give me a new cup. That's what I'm focusing on. Seven of Swords, I'm going to come up with a plan, and I'm going to move the plan on. Okay. All right. So Spirit is saying, choose and decide. I'm ready for my new beginning. Ace of Cups will then be handed to me, and I know what I want to put in it. I want balance and stability and security. So I'm coming up with a plan. Seven of Swords. Now, many people see the Seven of Swords as it's all about lies and deceit. It can be, but it's really about what's the easiest way from A to B with the least conflict. Okay, that's basically the Seven of Swords. He steals the swords so that people can't fight. If they've got no swords, they can't fight. But it's a card of what's the plan. So yes, I might have been kidding myself that one day that horrible boss is just going to come in and be lovely, or they're going to leave and I'll be all right. And maybe that's where I've been kidding myself, waiting for it to change rather than accepting it is what it is. Get on with it. That's the strategy. Yeah. So we're coming up with a plan. And that plan is going to move forward. We've got the Eight of Wands. Now, this is the minor arcana equivalent of the Chariot. Victory, success, forward movement. But in the minor arcana, this is about good news. Nothing's in the way now. You can take it forward. You can go forward towards that wand. That's that Palace of Wands. The wands are opening up the sky for you to be able to go towards it, which is why they're flying through the sky, surrounded by starlight, and the universe saying, we're supporting you in this move forward. We've got you. All right. It's happening. So let's find out some more. We are moving forward. Okay, thank you. And we have the Knight of Swords again, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Oh, happy days. All right, so the Knight of Swords coming out again. Look at him running down the road towards his bikes, or any kind of chariot, bike, car. In tarot, in energetically, symbolize moving forward in life. He's running towards, jump on that bike and head into the future. He's not hanging around. So this is the universe saying, don't wait. If you've been thinking, I might move next year, but your heart wants to go now, follow the heart, get on with it, do it. Same with the job, same with the health, same with love, whatever it is for you. Don't wait anymore. Just get on with it. Okay. And as you align with that, getting on with it, the Page of Pentacles is going to step in and help you. Now, notice with this page, he stood on one foot, kind of balancing, kind of on a pogo stick almost. We've got the Two of Coins here. We want that balance. So the Page of Pentacles is going to come in, Page of Coins, creating the opportunities that are going to bring in the balance financially, monetarily, security wise. So this could be right, I'm taking the action. I'm the Knight of Swords, charging into my future, making things happen. And oh, look, there's a job. Oh, look, there's a house, right? So the opportunities are going to come. Oh, look, there's somebody I might want to date. Like coins, love isn't just about the cups, you know. Coins are about anything that's stable and grounded and secure, and that includes love and relationships. So Page of Pentacles is saying things are opening up for you, Scorpio, to lead you to that Ten of Cups. Now you might not want the happy couple and the 2.2 children, and that's fine. We all want different things. We're at different stages in our life. But this ultimately represents fulfillment, contentment, your definition of happiness. That's what you're after, and that's what you're going to get. I love this. This is grand. All right, let's finish off with some guidance from the angels then for my Scorpios, please. Final messages for Scorpio. Message or messages. I don't know. They want that one. Okay. Inner child, and bottom of the deck, infinite potential. All right. So, am I making my mini me happy? The inner child, 22, that's a master number of the builder and connections and people, all right? And that includes your relationship with yourself. Are you listening to your heart's desires, your inner child's little voice of what it wants? It wants peace and harmony. That bird wouldn't be sitting on her finger if she wasn't at peace. This is a card of trust and innocence and allowing and flowing, because that's what children do so well. All right. Yeah, they can also resist and have tears and tantrums, but she's not in that space, is she? She's very calm. And number 41, infinite potential. This is the Phoenix rising. 41 is a 5. 5s are about change. And we are in that change here, Scorpio. We are moving towards the infinite potential of our 10 of Cups. Happy days. All right, my beautiful people, that is what I have for you. I hope that was super helpful. Thank you for joining me. I will be back soon with another Scorpio reading. In the meantime, do check out the collective readings, which I post every Friday and sometimes 1 or 2 in the week as well, when Spirit guide me to do a message for the collective. So make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell. It's free, you know. It's just that when you do that, you'll get a little dot against my name. It'll show you, oh, Julie Poole's got a new video out. Okay, and it might be something that's helpful for you. Have a wonderful day, week, wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.